In this video, we dive into 30 tips that will level up your overlanding and camping game. These are 30 tips we've learned from our own experience. Some are basic, some are underrated, some might just save you your trip. We've split it into camping and vehicle tips. Stick around for the most important one right at the end. Tip number 1. Store your things in containers. And what I mean by that is, don't just chuck everything in the back of your car. Our Mukala trip, we did that, and it was absolute chaos. Everything's unorganized, it takes you forever to find your items and set up camp. So what we've done is we've got containers. We have a container for kitchen gear, one for camping gear like chairs, our briar, additional things, lights, our ground sheet. We have a container for our bedding, our cushions and those types of things that we put inside the tent. The nice thing about the containers is when you set up camp, you literally take out your bedding crate and you can move it to the tent. Everything is in there, it's sorted, it's organized. When you're done, you pack everything back into the container and you load it up in the vehicle. It's nice, it's clean, and everything's well organized. Tip number 2, camp more often. Repetition builds routine. The more you go camp, the more you'll figure out what you need and what you don't need, saving you lots of money in the long run. Also, you're able to build a routine on getting your camp set up and getting everything packed away. Tip number 3 is get yourself some proper lights. It really sucks if you don't have the proper lights during the evening. You won't be able to cook food and pack things away and wash dishes and all that. And make sure you get the lights that have the red or amber colors as well, because they do in fact keep the bugs away. We've tested this. We really don't have the best selection of lights, to be honest with you. I've seen guys with much better setups, but these are all rechargeable, so they do help. And this actually came with the canopy. And we would stick this up here, and then when we get the bundu canopy set up, we stick this inside the bundu canopy, and it provides pretty decent light. But yeah, it's probably not the most amazing setup, but lights are really important. Tip number 4, keep your camping and overlanding gear separate to your household items. This way you don't have to pack in all your items every single time. Just leave your gear in the crates we mentioned in tip 1. When it's time to go, just load up the crates, and you know everything's packed up and ready to go. No last minute checklist panic, no missing spoons, just grab and go. And unpacking, just as easy. In fact, we actually leave the crates in the car at all times, saving us tons of time. We are always ready to go. Tip number 5, get yourself a water tank. This works with tip number 4, the one we just spoke about, because you can just pull this out and you can have a water tank to wash your dishes. And that's important because if you're going to keep everything inside your crates, like we have all our cutlery in our kitchen crate and we leave it there permanently, when we're done having food at camp, we can use this, we can wash the dishes, and we can put it right back in the crate and we're ready to go. Tip number 6, get yourself a collapsible basin or even just a bucket so that it allows you to wash your dishes more efficiently. We got ourselves this. Just makes it easier to wash all your dishes, keep everything clean, because again, you're keeping everything in the crates. Tip number 7, get creative with your storage. We're using these eye bolts to strap our table to the top, getting it out of the way of all the rest of the gear. And we actually have a bunch of eye bolts on the sides to help secure everything. We also have our max tracks on the top with our makeshift roof rack, and you can put wood up there as well. Just be creative with your storage and you'll save a lot more space where it counts. Tip number 8 is consider the wind. Now it sounds silly and I really didn't think we'd have problems with the wind, but if you look at our Namakwa video, you will see that we really struggled to cook mushrooms that one day. It probably took us about half an hour to cook mushrooms. It takes half an hour to make a cup of coffee. So you get these little dividers that you can place down to kind of block the wind around your little gas stove. So we recommend investing into something like that, or being creative and placing some items around to help with the wind when you're cooking. Pretty underrated tip because it can save you a lot of time if the wind isn't trying to put out your flame. Tip number 9, a ground sheet is a must. Defines your camping area, keeps nice and clean, neat and organized. And if you can remember from our Corona getaway video, the grass was probably knee high. We decided to camp in a grassy field, and having that ground sheet flatten the grass and define a nice camping spot for us was perfect. Ground sheet is a must. Tip number 10, don't get an inflatable mattress. get yourself one of these mattresses. They're a bit bigger and a bit more awkward to store away, but they're much better than the inflatable mattresses. Those things suck, they always get punches, and there's always an argument of who must go inflate the bloody mattress. Tip number 11, don't overbuy gear when you start out. You don't know what you need. You think you might need all these extra things. You might not need it. Go and camp, get the experience of camping, and just take the bare minimum with. Live it rough for the first few days, and then you'll figure out what you actually need to buy, saving you money in the long run. Tip number 12, get yourself some solid tent pegs. We use these pegs for the tent, really solid. We use them for the bundu canopy, and we use them for the ground sheet as well. Really solid tent pegs. Those tent pegs you get with the tent, those silver skinny ones, they don't ever do the job. These ones you have to solidly knock in, and we actually got an iron hammer as well because the rubber hammers don't work. Get yourself an iron hammer and some solid tent pegs. You never know when you're going to need them. Tip number 13, get yourself a rechargeable vacuum cleaner. Because we don't like packing everything out and we keep everything in the crates and in the vehicle most of the time, we need to be able to clean our tent at camp. We got this, it's really one of the cheapest ones you can probably find, but it does the trick. Helps keep our tent nice and neat. We can also use it to clean the car. Really a good addition. Tip number 14, get yourself a decent first aid kit, not just plasters. You need a proper first aid kit with everything inside of it. This first aid kit doesn't really have much in it, so it isn't really the one that I'm recommending. I think I'll pop it on screen, the actual first aid kit that I'd recommend. Tip number 15, flint and steel. You might never need it until you do. Just chuck it in your glove box and leave it there, because one day you're going to be thankful that you got one. Tip number 16, get yourself a quick deploy awning. Now our Tenko bundu canopy isn't necessarily a quick deploy awning, but it does the job and it's better than a gazebo. It takes around 9-10 minutes to set up. With a little bit more practice, I believe we can bring that number down. And it stays permanently mounted to the vehicle, it's weatherproof, and it works a treat. Tip number 17, get a fridge if you can afford one. We struggled on the longer trips without the fridge. We had a cooler box, we had a bunch of ice that we put in the cooler box, and our meat and everything we need to keep fresh was in there. And that sucked because we had to stop every now and then to throw out the water and get rid of the old bag of ice, what's left of it, and then buy new ice and put it back in. And that's just annoying. So we know we need to get a fridge and we plan to get one. The only problem with getting a fridge is you need to power it. And that brings us to our next tip. Tip number 18, power setup. We don't have a power setup yet. We plan to get ourselves one of those portable inverters. That's probably going to be your best shot initially, is to get a portable power inverter. You can get one installed in your car as well, a permanent inverter system, which is great. You need it to power the fridge. You need it to charge your phone and camera gear. In our case, we carry a bunch of these portable little power banks with us, and that's how we're currently keeping everything charged. The vehicle also has a utility port in the back that we use sometimes, and we've even used a computer's UPS at a time to keep the laptop charged. So tip number 18, get a proper power setup. Tip number 19, take it slow. An extra 30 minutes won't kill your schedule, but speeding might. A jump from 110 km per hour to 130 adds over 35 meters to your stopping distance. Speeding results in increased fuel consumption and more risk. Just slow down and take it all in. The journey is just as important as the destination. Tip number 20, walk the trail first. This one's simple but often overlooked. Before you charge into a water crossing,
really deep, we don't know.
climb a steep hill or take on a rocky section. Get out and just walk it. Seriously, take a stick, check the depth of the water, feel the bottom for mud or big rocks, and look for unexpected drop-offs. When cresting a blind hill, walk up and check what's on the other side. There might be a drop from erosion, a sharp turn, or nothing at all. We've seen people dive into obstacles blind, thinking it'll be just fine, only to get stuck or break something. Know your vehicle's wading depth, understand your vehicle's clearance, and make the smart move by scouting the path. It could save your trip or even your rig. Tip number 21, max tracks or recovery boards. Even budget ones work. They're light, they should be easy to store, and they could be your only way out when you're deep in the bush. You don't want to be in a situation where you have no cell phone reception and nothing around you to use for traction. Get yourself some max tracks. Tip number 22, carry a shovel. A simple shovel can dig out wheels, remove soil from a bottom-mount vehicle, flatten ground, or clear up camping space. We have a multi-tool shovel that was really cheap. It's small and easy to store away. Just another simple item that can save you loads of time. Tip number 23, monitor your EGTs. Your engine has its limits, and monitoring exhaust gas temperatures is one of the best ways to prevent serious damage, especially when towing or driving fully loaded. If your EGTs climb above 700 degrees Celsius, you risk cracking heads, limp mode, or long-term engine wear. Most modern vehicles have built-in systems that will trigger limp mode when temperatures get too high. But by actively monitoring your EGTs, you can avoid getting to that point and extend your engine's life. When temps start creeping up, simply drop a gear or ease off the throttle to bring them back down. It's a simple preventative care that can make a huge difference. You can pick up an affordable OBD monitoring tool that connects to your phone to track your EGTs and read fault codes. It's a small investment that can protect a very expensive engine. Tip number 24, plan your routes. Don't blindly just follow the GPS. Our GPS once sent us through a real sketchy neighborhood at like 4 AM. Don't let that happen. Check your routes in advance using things like satellite view to get a better idea of where the GPS will lead you. Tip number 25, don't cheap out on an air compressor. We bought a budget one, it overheated and literally caught fire while airing up our 4 tires. These small battery-powered air compressors are more for bicycles and to top up a single tire. Spend a bit more for peace of mind. We bought this Mac Afric heavy-duty air compressor for like 2,000 Rand. It can pump 300 liters per minute, it's never overheated, and we've used this many times when coming back from a trip. Tip number 26, add buffer time. Always add 20 to 30% extra to travel times, especially if filming. On our Namakwa trip, the time management nearly ruined it. If you saw on a Namakwa trip, you would have noticed how much I emphasized this. Everything was way too rushed, distracting us from the experience. Tip 27, do a 4x4 training course. This is something I still need to do myself. But even as someone learning the ropes, I can already see the value. These courses go way beyond just driving. You're taught how to read lines, handle vehicle recovery, practice safety, and even get the basic first aid training. Even if you think you've experienced, there's always more to learn. One bad line or poor recovery decision can lead you to serious damage or worse. Proper 4x4 training course is 100% worth it. Tip number 28, maintain your vehicle. It sounds super obvious, but regular maintenance can be the difference between a smooth trip and a complete disaster. Check your oil, even on a brand new vehicle. We've seen factory fresh cars delivered with low oil in the transfer case or lose some plugs after a rushed service. Never assume it's been done right. Double check it yourself. After a trip, give your vehicle proper clean down, especially if you've been through mud, sand or coastal areas. That layer of dirt might look rugged, but it traps moisture and can accelerate rust and wear in places you don't want. We also recommend halving your service intervals if you're doing regular off-road travel. Just because your odometer says you're fine doesn't mean your drivetrain agrees. Trust us, your future self and your wallet will thank you. Tip number 29. Jump starter battery bank. Don't get stranded with a flat battery, especially if you're in a diesel or automatic vehicle. A jump starter power bank is compact, powerful, and it's a no-brainer. We picked this one up for relatively cheap and we've used it many times on many different vehicles. Tip number 30. Tracks for Africa is a must. Tracks for Africa has become one of our most used tools on the road. It's free unless you choose to purchase the offline mobile maps, which are well worth the once-off cost. It's packed with valuable info and works offline, making it a lifesaver when you're out of signal. It shows campsites, off-road trails, game reserves, points of interest, and more. It's helped us countless times, whether we're trying to locate a watering hole on a game drive or find a campsite in a pinch. The online trip planner is also brilliant for building routes with real-world insight. We use this all the time to plan our routes. Do yourself a favor and go look into it. Bonus tip: know your vehicle. I can't overstate this enough. Your vehicle is one of the most important tools in your overlanding arsenal. Understanding its components and how its systems function will help you manage it more effectively. You'll know how to perform essential maintenance like oil changes for your transfer case, engine, transmission and differentials. For example, the ZF 8 HP transmission, which my vehicle uses, doesn't have a simple drain and fill process. There's a specific procedure to follow, and skipping steps can lead to serious damage. You cannot neglect this, unless you drive a Toyota. Kidding, of course. But seriously, you don't want to be stranded in the middle of nowhere just because you didn't take the time to learn your vehicle. Another good example is my vehicle runs a Delphi fuel delivery system, which is notoriously sensitive to bad diesel. That's why I always carry a diesel additive to boost lubricity just in case I end up at a dodgy fuel station. Even a bit of water in my system could spell disaster. Take the time to research your engine, transmission, transfer case and other systems. Dig into forums, look for known issues, and go the extra mile. Treat your vehicle well, and it will reward you with countless reliable adventures. Ever wonder what the most fuel-efficient cruising speed is for a modern turbo diesel? Did you know that monitoring your EGTs can add life to your engine? Stay tuned, we got more coming. Thanks for watching Adventure Overland. We'll catch you in the next one.